Well, I've waited until the lights gone down, but what a day it has been. St. Paul's Carnival. It has been wonderful. Yeah, really wonderful. For me, it's so sad because Carnival means holiday of the flesh. You know, carne is flesh, as in carnivore, chili con carne. See what I'm saying? So this is a celebration of the flesh, of a physicality, of guts and limbs and muscles, sinews and teeth, feet. What an experience for me, as I say, because I am dying. Society has officially told me to get lost. I'm only managed to stay alive for a few more weeks thanks to the compassion of a young couple that I know, but there's a limit to that because when they realise that no one else is interested in keeping me alive, I mean, what's the point? Uh, so I'm getting ready for the idea that it's finished. But I have been amazed again today to realise that with my experience, just a little bit of performance on my part has a tremendous lasting impression on younger folk that have never seen my sort of stuff before. In fact, I nearly got adopted by some older white women who served me a cup of tea for 50p. Uh, but Ali, my dog, bitch, peed on the lovely red cushion that reminds me of the big red cushion that I had up in Scotland, and then the other big red cushion that I had before that in Scotland. Yeah, but that made me immediately not the guest of honour in a new situation that would make me happy for the rest of my life, because I would make these women happy for the rest of their lives. No, it made me a man who was embarrassed that his dog had pissed on a very, very nice cushion that was down on the pavement outside. Uh, yeah, it's amazing. You see, you can't love all the women and love one of the women. So it's like you can love all of the women until you actually pick one and say, you are the one that I love. At that point, alas, it's not really possible to play with the others so much. Again, I'm up for either right now. I mean, there's an awful lot of lovely mamas at the festival today that I would be very happy with. You know, really, no complaints. I put up with a little bit of madness as long as it's not addictive personality. But on the other hand, I can remain a bachelor. Like Gandalf. Yeah. Well, I think I've done pretty much everything that I can do out of what I was capable of doing, out of what I set out to do many years ago. I set out to find out what was it that men all through history have most valued in cannabis, and what does that lead to? You know, what else do I discover when I find out all about cannabis? I reckon I have learned a lot of value I do reckon that I've been beaten by the corruption in the system and the police and that. But I believe that I have managed to make enough public demonstration of my magic. See, when I say magic, I mean I can get other people to do the most amazing things they are capable of. I can do that. I've been doing it for years. It's because I'm not used to. I am not a stranger to playing percussion. I have played percussion with the best music I can find. Right? I have played along with the best music I can find, and every time that I encounter music that I think is worth dancing to, I learn how to play along with it. Consequently, I can be well impressive with a little bit of drumming, and this is how I have done my job. I'm not bragging. I'm going to die a pauper's death. It's shameful how I'm going to die because I'm not going to stretch my friends' patience and compassion any further. I'm going to move on from where I'm currently am, and I'm probably just going to let go of the reins and see if anybody wants to keep me alive. Because if not, I am just going to pop off, and Ali, the dog, will have to take care of herself. But I set out to deliver to mankind the greatest wisdom and freedom that I could find and use, and I found my wisdom using marijuana, the real marijuana, before it was ever a commercial proposition, when it was just a spiritual brotherhood. Buddhahood, oh yeah, okay. But yeah, a true magician doesn't explain his tricks. Nor did Van Gogh try to explain his pictures, but what I've got of value to pass on to the human race is not the sort of thing that you stand on a platform at a political rally and speak into a microphone to have your pre-arranged followers nod and clap at the right times. No, I've taught what I've learned through my guitar playing, but that became rather passe because it's not technique, it's humour that I specialise in, and then I've done it in percussion. I've done jolly good percussion on instruments that just come to hand, like plastic watering cans. I have done some amazing drumming on plastic watering cans. Plastic buckets, recycling buckets, and finally this wonderful piece of furniture that St Paul gave to me a few months ago. So what I've managed to pass on to my fellow humanity, I have passed on through my drumming and my dog, and it couldn't be explained in words. That's why I'm using a dog. It's good. Yeah, and the festival, I know many people had already decided before they even came here that this was going to be the most exciting day of the year and maybe of their lives. And I have done my little bit of bongo to make sure it's. Uh, I feel like what? an ancient eastern wizard that walks around on soft feet. Making good things happen, but in myself I am physically worn out and finished. I suppose really, if the human race was sane, I should just check into somewhere now and go through a procedure that goes, who needs to be informed of what am I leaving behind, who am I leaving it to, and then give me an injection of LSD in the middle of that, probably an injection of heroin. That's a good night. That's done. But we haven't got a sane world, so I'm probably just going to have a hiccup in my sleep and not know any more about it. I think that's about the best way we can do it. I stayed alive for St. Paul's Carnival after having stayed alive for Avebury. I've done it. All I can hope for now is that millions and millions of other people, young and old, can come to share the pleasures that I have tried to unleash. I think I'm going to leave it. I mean, it's so odd to have the ability to record video just before you die and even to upload it to the internet. That's weird. So it's bye for now. Maybe more. What a life. St. Paul's Carnival. Yes.